Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tottenham Hotspur career mode here in FIFA 22. Where we last left off, we have this FA Cup home game here against Cardiff City, which I made the kind of last minute decision in the last episode to go ahead and play. I decided to sim that Chelsea game. My reasoning was that we had already played them. We ended up getting a draw, which meant we got 4 points out of a possible 6 available against them this season. And now we'll be dealing here with this Cup game against Cardiff City. We also then have the second leg of the Carabao Cup semifinals against Barnsley. You'll see up there up top on the 5th of the month. We beat them 4-0, so I'll probably just give this one a sim with the second team again. And I have full confidence that we'll make it through to the final of the Carabao Cup from this game. In the last episode, we accepted this $37 million offer for Lucas Moura. We're just waiting for that to hopefully go through. Hopefully Lucas Moura and the club can come to an arrangement. I think the plan is to use the money that we get from that transfer to buy either a backup center back or a backup left back or right back. I currently have a couple players being scouted on my short list. If this deal does end up going through, I will show you my short list. Hopefully by the time that happens, we'll have a pretty clear picture of those players, and that'll help me make a fully formed decision on which one I want to sign. Our first team was really tired from the Chelsea game, so we are going to go with the second team here. And even then, we've had to make some substitutions. You'll see at left back, I've gone with Pescozzi, who this will be his first game of the season. I mean, who knows how well he'll do. And then at right center back, we're going with Fagan Walcott, who's literally the only other center back on our team besides our starting 3 and then Joe Rodon. So we'll give those guys a run and see how they do. We are going against Cardiff City, like I said, so a pretty tough competitor here, but I do have confidence that we'll be able to make it through. This is actually the first game of the entire career mode that I'm going to play with the second team, so I'm pretty interested to use some of these players. This is the first FA Cup game that we are playing of the season, so let's take a look at the graphics here. There's our starting lineup. You can also see our bench. This is the first time I'll get to use Golini, so I'm interested to see how he goes. Here's a starting lineup for Cardiff. They were in the Premier League not all that long ago, although I really don't recognize too many players. I think number 7 there, Leandro Bacuna, I recognize. But other than that, I don't really recognize anyone. They are also playing a 5-back, so this should be pretty interesting to see how the 5-back against the 5-back goes. Cardiff will get us started here, and we are underway in the FA Cup. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has the ball farther out wide than I would like him to have the ball ideally. So we'll work it all the way down to Tanganga. We'll play it into Moldovan. See what he can do. Oh, we have some work to do here. They had the ball down the left-hand side there, but they worked it to the middle. Now we got to stay in front, and Golini makes a beautiful save. The first save that I've seen him make in this career mode. So far, I'm really noticing the difference in quality between our first team players and some of the players I'm using now. Of course, I mentioned at the beginning of the career mode, I had been doing a create a club career mode prior to this point, and I did start from one of the lower leagues in the German division. So I'm used to playing with players like this, but it's just reminding me how much of a difference there is between like the top, I guess not even the top players, but like high quality first team players and then everyone else. They keep trying to break us down here on that same side, but Romero did a good job there of covering for Pescozzi, who had gotten a little too far ahead. Pescozzi is down here. Let's see if we can get him to play a ball in. That should be a goal. What a save from the goalie. Pescozzi made a good run, and that was a good ball to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but the finish just wasn't clinical enough. That's a good save, actually. That's a good save. We have a corner, though. Dele Alli whips it in to Tanganga, who can't get enough on it. Dane Scarlett's wide open. Finish that. Oh, Dane Scarlett. That's why you don't get first team minutes, because you can't finish sitters like that. Dele Alli has the ball down here. We'll whip it in again. That's going to get blocked, yep. But it'll come out to Moldovan, and we'll just cycle it. Give it to Skip. I'm going to have a crack. I know he can't shoot, but I figured why not. And then Calvert-Lewin. I finessed that, and I knew he was never going to get the purchase on it he needed to make that a legit shot, but we tried. We find Pescozzi down here on the left, or I guess up here on the left. I keep saying down, but I guess he's up on the screen. Now we work it down to Tanganga, into Scarlett, to Dele Alli, Pescozzi go, cross, finish that. Oh man, Calvert-Lewin is getting open on that near post, but their goalie just keeps making some amazing saves. Oh, referee. That better be given back for a free kick, or a yellow card at least. Tanganga is on the wrong side of the field. We'll give it to Calvert-Lewin. He gives it to Dele Alli, who shoots once and can't finish it, but they're going to get a yellow card here. All right, there's 2 yellow cards for them for reckless challenges, but it's coming to nothing. We can't finish. Okay, that's going to be the end of the first half. I definitely haven't felt any sort of threat from Cardiff yet, but I also feel like any of our chances we've had have also not been threatening because of the lack in quality that we have on the team. I don't think I'm going to make any subs at the half, but I do have my eyes on a couple players that I'm thinking of switching out for one of our better players midway through the second half. They're getting way too close. There's no way he should have got that close. Pescozzi is doing, honestly, pretty terribly on defense. He's one of the players I was talking about at halftime. I'm definitely going to bring on Reguilon in maybe like 10 or 15 minutes here. Oh, but Dane Scarlett has played in Dele Alli. Does Dele have the pace to finish? He can't even hit the net. That did not get blocked, and the ball did not hit the net. What has happened to Dele Alli? I get that's with his left foot, but you got to at least put that on the net. All right, well, I didn't even realize that I didn't have Reguilon on the bench, so it's going to be Emerson that's going to come on for Pescozzi, and I'm actually going to switch Emerson back over to the right because Tanganga can also play on the left, and I prefer Emerson on the right anyway, so that'll be the first sub for now. Everyone else I've been okay with, although Dele Alli from that open miss, he's probably going to be next if we can't do anything here in the next few minutes. Emerson is on the ball for the first time in the game. Didn't get forward like I would have hoped, but that wasn't his fault. We just couldn't work anything, and then we turned the ball over. They're going to make a substitution here. Harris for someone else. I can't read the last name. I don't think I know either of the players, though, so, you know. Oh, is that Kiefer Moore, the Welsh guy? I know him from the Euros over the summer. They have the ball with Bacunia down here on the right. We almost made a tackle, but then the ball went right to him. But we'll do some good defense there, and we'll clear it out. Good job, boys. Let's try to get one here in the last 15 minutes. Tanganga with a ton of space. He's not the technically gifted player I would have won on the ball, and he gives it away. But we get it back. All right, let's look. Let's survey the field, boys. Tanganga again. Again, he's not the one I want with the ball. Moldovan will have a crack. What a terrible shot. We're going to bring on Harry Kane. We need his finishing in the last 12 minutes here. Skip wins the ball, but he's so slow and there's no support. To Kane. To Moldovan again. Back to Kane. To Dele Alli. I shouldn't have done that. That was a half-decent shot, though. I got kind of panicked there and just pressed a bunch of buttons, but we get a corner out of it, so I'll take it. We probably won't score from the corner, and yep, we got an open header, but Calvert-Lewin puts it over, just like what always happens in this game. Oh, Dele Alli has won the ball in the attacking end. He's through. Can he redeem himself? He can't. The goalie makes a save. Oh my goodness. We got one sub left before this corner. It's not the most glamorous sub. I could have done a bigger one, but I've decided to bring on Brian Hill for Moldovan just for a little bit more class in the center attacking midfield position. I think that could push us over the edge in the last 5 minutes here. Working the ball. Calvert-Lewin gets blocked. Kane doesn't get it. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time. I'm not sure if this goes to a replay, if it goes to extra time at this point. If it goes to a replay, I'll just sim it. If it goes to extra time, of course, we'll have to keep playing. But we'll see in about another minute here. And that's the end of the game. It ends 0-0. I just couldn't manufacture any opportunities with the second team here. And I'm not too pleased with myself, how we performed. You know, I feel like we're a higher quality team, but we just couldn't break them down. And that's going to happen every now and then. And it does look like that's just the end, and we'll have a replay in about a week or so. Oh, and here it is, the big news. Lucas Moura has been sold. Of the $37 million we agreed for him, we've got $31 million. Listen, Lucas Moura, I think, is a beloved player of Tottenham Hotspur. He'll always be remembered for his hat trick against Ajax in the Champions League semifinal, and then, you know, winning it with basically the last kick of the game. But when it comes to the FIFA video game, he's getting a little bit old. We had a bunch of backup center attacking midfielders that were a little bit young, and now we can use this money to go and add depth to a position we actually need in the defense. We have 2 loan offers here, one for Moldovan and one for Joe Rodon. The one for Moldovan is a loan to buy. As I've said multiple times in this series, I'm not looking for loan to buys for my youth players, so I will just negotiate that for... Oh, I meant to delegate. Shoot. Well, all right, let's see. You know what? I'm not going to show this part. I'll just show you the end result of what happens. All right, I guess I only wanted to loan him if they could buy him, so that was quick and easy. Joe Rodon's loan deal is just a short-term loan, which would mean he'd only be on loan until the end of the season. It is with Leicester. Even though that is a Premier League opponent, I think it would be good for him to get competition against the Premier League, so I will go ahead and accept that offer. We have here the second leg of the EFL Cup semifinals against Barnsley. We won the first leg 4-0 with the second team. I am just going to sim again with the second team. I feel like since it's at home, we're more likely to get a win anyways. Also, the next game on the calendar is the replay of the FA Cup match in about a week, and I am going to probably do the first team for that one just so we can get a win. So we'll quick sim this one with the second team, hopefully go through to the final. And even though we lose the game 1-0, quite surprisingly, we still go through 4-1 on aggregate, so I'm not too bothered about the loss. And it looks like Chelsea, in a massive comeback, beat Preston in the other semifinals, meaning we will face them in the Carabao Cup final in maybe a month or so. I'm not really sure how far away it is. We have a loan offer here for Movila, one of our Moldovan wonder kids that we recently signed from our youth academy. I realize he's only 38 overall again, but he had maximum 94 potential, so we're going to loan him out just, pretty much nonstop. This is only a short-term loan deal. I'm trying to do 2-year loan deals, but any sort of, deal we can agree to, I'll accept. So we will go ahead and accept that offer. We've received confirmation that Joe Rodon has been loaned out to Leicester for the remainder of the season, which definitely means we will want to go ahead and sign a player that can at least play center back for the remainder of the season. We have reached transfer deadline day, and there's good news and bad news. The good news is that we have about $53 million to work with. The bad news is I did not have enough time to fully scout all of the players I was looking at on my short list, so we're going to have to go and take a look at our short list with pretty limited information in order to make a decision on who we want to sign. All right, so here's our short list. We do have the 3 guys at the top that have been here from the beginning. I don't think I'm going to go in for any of these guys just because, Akanji and Hernandez have recently moved, so they're not going to move again. And then Kimpembe, he's kind of like a popular center back to sign in career mode, so I'm not going to sign him. We have other guys here on our short list. We have a couple of outside backs like Mbabu and Pipa and Rico Henry, who would be great to sign, but now that we've decided to send Joe Rodon on loan, I really want to get another center back, which is going to limit us to this guy Robert, who does have a release clause of $10 million, so that's something to think about. Issa Diop, who doesn't have a release clause, but we at least know his approximate value of $22 million, so the values that we have are going to tell us something about their overall. We also have this guy Harold Makudi, who has a release clause of $14 million and a value of $8 million, so we could probably get him for somewhere in between there. We also have this guy, Jeremiah St. Justi, who honestly is probably the guy I'm going to go for. I know that he has wicked pace for a center back, and he's relatively young, and I think he has pretty decent potential as well. So honestly, I'll probably just end up paying his release clause because we can afford it, and then just taking it from there. Okay, so we've paid the release clause, and now we're here to negotiate. And I really hope that I don't screw this up. So his agent only wants him to be a rotation player, which is perfect. I'll accept that. I mean, he could potentially even get up to starting first team if he, increases in his overall pretty quickly. They're only looking for a 2-year deal. I would at least like to have him for 3, so let's see if they accept 3-year deal. They accept 3-year deal, awesome. And we don't want a release clause, we'll accept that. And now we have to talk about the salary. So this is where I literally have no idea what to do. This is either going to be way too much or way too little. So we're going to stick with $80,000 a week and let's see what they say. They'll take it. So that probably means I offered way too much, but I'm fine with that. We didn't have to deal with any sort of, bonuses or anything like that. We just got him to the club. We could afford it. So we have another center back in our team to add some depth. And it looks like St. Eustace is a 77 overall, which is an upgrade on Joe Rodon, which will be awesome to have in these second teams. So we're going to go ahead and slot him into the second team here. And then when we get Joe Rodon back, we'll have the center back depth that we need to go forward. It is deadline day, like I say, so I'm just going to go ahead and sim through. If I get any interesting offers, I will stop and let you all know. We do have an interesting offer here for Tanguy Ndombele, who is our starting center attacking midfielder. I will be straight up rejecting this offer. Ndombele is going to be here, in my mind, until the end of the career mode. This is an interesting one. From Leicester, who just took Joe Rodon out on loan for Hugo Lloris. Now, I understand that Hugo is going to start to go down in overall. I know that goalies decrease in overall slower than position players, but he is 35, which is old, for athletes by any standard. But I've said multiple times I want him to retire here at Tottenham, assuming we can continuously extend his contract. So for that reason, I am going to reject this offer. I do recognize at some point I'll have to sign another goalkeeper because Golini is going to be leaving at the end of the season because he's only here on loan. So next season is probably when I'll look to sign another goalkeeper who can come in when Hugo starts to sharply drop off in overall. Interesting. We have a short-term loan here for Oliver Skip from Barcelona. As big of a team as Barcelona is, I've been using Skip both in my second team and also coming off the bench, so I'm going to reject that. Maybe in the future, if I get another loan deal, I'll accept if I can find another highly rated center mid to come in place of him, but for now, we will keep Skip with the team. We have another loan deal here for Movila that the short-term loan, I think it was from Exeter. They actually ended up rejecting it, so we have another one here. This one is a loan to buy, which I will not be accepting. I will be delegating it, and I will be we'll do a 1-year loan because I think that will be the best for him to get from a 38 to get to a higher overall. That Movila loan offer was the last of the transfer window, so no more deals were done. On our part, we do have a youth squad monthly report, and so let's go check that out. And again, we have a few players that are now 16 years of age, but their overalls are not great. So I'm just going to leave them here for now. At some point, I might promote them just so I can sell them for a little bit of cash. We have our FA Cup rematch here against Cardiff City, which I'm actually going to sim with the first team. Our next Premier League game is a week away, which means our first team will be fully fit by the time of the game. And I do actually want to advance at least some ways in this competition, so I'll sim with the first team and hopefully they can get it done. They do get it done, but barely. Son is the lone goal scorer in a 1-0 win. At least we got a clean sheet and advance in the FA Cup. We have another loan offer here for one of our Moldovan Youth Academy players, Marius Lupu. It's a loan to buy. You all know already what I'm going to do. We only want to do a loan, and we'll do a 1-year loan. Hopefully they accept. We've advanced here to the Southampton game. This is our next Premier League game. This will also be the last game I play before I end the episode. You'll see that they are in 15th, so hopefully we shouldn't have too difficult of a time with them in this game. I haven't played in our away kit for a while, so we're going to go with that kit, and our first team is full strength, so we will get into it. It is Southampton at home. They sit in 15th. We are currently, I think, 2 points ahead of Liverpool at the top of the Premier League, so we need to keep on winning in order to stay ahead of them. Ever since we beat them, they've remained that far behind us, so they've been keeping pace with us. I honestly think our next game against Liverpool will possibly decide the Premier League, but we can't take these games light either. These could be very easily trap games. Heung-min Son will kick us off here, and we will begin against Southampton. Son has a ball, and we will go away here. And I thought we would have a better chance, but Son's away again. What a ball from Harry Kane. Oh, can Son win it? I'll just have to shoot it. He's getting closed down. Oh, and their goalie will make a save. Murray will make a great save. They'll win a corner. We will whip the corner in from Son. Lacroix with the header. No, he won't win it. It's out to Tanguy Ndombele, though. Give it to Lo Celso, who will lose the ball, but Ndombele gets it back. Just have to play safe here. Try to get it to Kane, but there was no way through that defender. Lo Celso with the ball to Kane, to shoot, to score, to finish. Kane found the only spot in between those defenders there that there was any amount of space, and Lo Celso played a beautiful ball, and as Kane was getting closed down, I just had to finish. Look at that positioning there. Perfect run, had to finish first time, and it's in the net. That's Kane's 9th goal of the season. He's 1 away from 10 in the Premier League. Let's get at that game. Let's get at this game, I should say. Reguilon out wide. Play it into Kane, who will chip it into Son. Just kidding. It won't get through. Kyle Walker-Peters was on the ball, one of our former players. Lloris will claim that comfortably. Son's in, and the goalie will claim. It's one of those balls where it's 50-50, and it was just out of the reach of Son. But we'll win the header back to Son, who will try to play in Kane, but he can't get it. Son out wide. We'll wait for some players to join the attack. And we'll... Oh, Walker-Peters with an amazing tackle to strip us of possession. Ndombele plays in Son. I'm waiting for Ndombele to continue his run. He does. Can he finish it? No, Murray with the save. I probably could have taken another touch with Ndombele there, but I was getting closed down, so I had to give it a crack. And we'll take the corner quick. And Murray will claim. Ooh, Emerson is caught upfield. I don't even know where he is, so Sanchez had to track back. He did a great job. And we have to push him out wide again. Christian Romero, light work. Emerson with his pretty much first touch in the attacking end, and he loses it. I was trying to switch it up instead of going to Reguilon, go to Emerson, but he lost it immediately. So I don't know. We might not have a avenue down that side this game if what's his face, Emerson is going to keep losing the ball like that. Now see, when Reguilon gets it, he just goes. He takes it. But I mean, he at least got a cross in. Reguilon again. Can we do a 1-2? We can. To Kane. Or not. Oh, it went to the wrong player, but Ndombele is there to finish. Oh, and I accidentally skipped the replay, but I meant to pass it to Kane. It was just a little bit too strong and ended up going to Ndombele, who was also in a position to finish. So we'll take it. A little bit lucky, but we'll take it. Oh, Son is in. Has to be. What a weak finish. I finessed that, but I thought it would definitely be stronger. I'm super disappointed in that finish. Kane, one time, goal. All right, well, we made up for Son's horrible miss with a Son assist and a Kane goal. That will be Kane's 10th in the Premier League. Again, had to pretty much one-time that because he was getting closed down, but he held off the defender to get his 10th of the season in the Premier League. And we are up 3-0 before the first half is even over. We've won a corner here off of a Harry Kane header as the first half is closing down. Out to Ndombele. Give it to Lacroix. Thought about having a go with him, but I'm not sure if he's any good at long-term or long-range finishes. Son might be, though, but it'll get blocked. All right, well, that is halftime. We are up 3-0. I think we have dominated this game. Southampton really haven't threatened us at all. I think we have a deserved 3-0 lead. Reguilon out wide to Kane. Has to be. I don't know why he headed it. If he had just taken it down, he could have finished that with one of his feet. But he headed it, and as a result, we'll get a corner, and we won't be able to finish. Emerson out wide. Can he redeem himself from his horrible first touch in the first half? Nope, he loses it again. Just a rough day for Emerson, and part of that's on me too. I just haven't been able to be decisive when I have the ball with him, but I still, we just got to be better. We got to be able to at least cross in the ball. Højbjerg, it gets blocked. Son has the ball here. I see we have 3 guys in the middle making a run. Didn't go to any of them. Oh, but Emerson wins the ball. Left foot. All right. I don't know why he didn't go with his right, but, whatever. It was a shot. We're not going to make any subs yet. Honestly, I'll probably just wait to make a triple sub in a little bit here. We definitely don't need our starters to play the rest of the game because of where we're at with the score, but I'm going to wait to make those subs until we can do them all at once. Oh, and Son's in. There's no way he's not getting through on goal here. Yep, he's in. Has to finish. Can't, though. What a save from Murray. That had to be a goal. Højbjerg. Son. Again. Nope. Man, Son blew 2 golden chances there to make it 4. Oh, and they've scored. I thought Hugo was going to make a save there. I thought one of our defenders was going to get in the way, but none of them did either of those things. And they've pulled one back. He just got away, and Hugo went down pretty early. Again, I'm not making any subs yet. Probably like 5 more minutes, and then I'll make a triple sub. We found Reguilon down wide, who will cross it in. It's not the best cross, and they'll head it out. We found Kane, who has to get his hat trick, and he does. The goalie got a piece of it, but Kane with his left foot is still too powerful. We get the goal back that they got back. It is now 4-1. We have our 3-goal lead restored, and after this replay, I'm going to make our triple sub. All right, so our 3 subs are going to be Tanganga coming on for Reguilon, and Ndombele was the most tired on the whole team, so we're going to bring in Dele Alli for him. And then Kane got his hat trick, so he has earned a well-deserved rest. We're going to bring on Dominic Calvert-Lewin in his spot. Calvert-Lewin's in here. He's going to get past Kyle Walker-Peters. Do I sweat this? I do, and I knew I shouldn't have. That defender got in the way at the last second, and then Murray somehow ended up getting it. The sweaty goals worked the first few times, but now the defenders and goalie are starting to block those. So I might just have to start, finishing it like an actual soccer player would in those situations. We're going to have to defend here. They've worked the ball in. Davinson Sanchez with a great interception. And they've just dribbled the ball out of bounds. All right, I guess we'll take that. Emerson's in. We'll do that to Dele Alli, who can't finish. It was there. I tried to pass it instead of shooting it with Emerson like I normally would have, and it didn't pay off. We're into the stoppage time. It is 2 minutes, and this will be a well-deserved victory. There was a hot second there when Southampton had brought one back to make it 3-1, where they could have gotten some momentum, but we got our 3-goal cushion back pretty much right away, and we held it to the end. That's a 2-0 win. Keep us on top of the Premier League. And I think that might be Harry Kane's first hat-trick of the season as well, and that will keep us 2 points ahead of Liverpool at the top of the league. Just looking at our calendar here, I think the next episode is going to be a pretty big episode. We have Wolves here at home, who currently sit 6th, so I will probably play that game. Man City, I did already play them this season in the first game of the season, but I lost that footage, so I might end up playing that game as well. And then Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final, which maybe I'll do in that episode. Maybe I won't. We'll just have to see, how long it is when I get to there. We also have our Conference League opponent in the knockout stages, and that is Spartak Moscow. I'll probably just sim these 2 games because, like I said, I'm not too serious about that competition. And then depending on how long the video is at that point, we will either end the episode with the Carabao Cup final or start the next episode with it. We'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode.